Three sisters with stories to tell. Books in our hands, we know them well. Flipping pages where dreams dwell. Chapter one, here you go. Turn the light, let the words flow. Laughs and love in every show. Books, sweet hearts, we grow.
No worries. All right. We'll jump right back in. Welcome back to episode. Is this 5 now? 6? 5.
5 or 6.
5 or
It's
6.
a single digit. That's all that matters. It's close.
Yeah. I hope you guys
We
have
did
all
well-
been
we did-
following along and know better than we do. We are wrapping up this book. We're getting so close. We have one more section, very short section, 50 pages, which, is really crazy. I feel like, I guess that's why I'm so excited for the second one. I feel like there's not enough time to sum up all of the questions that I still have.
And there's so much to happen in that last section. That's going to be action packed.
Oh yeah, it has to be. I can't remember what happens, but I'm like, so much has to happen in the next 50 pages.
I mean, a lot happened in these 50 pages.
That's true. That's true.
This labor,
I guess.
labor 11 is actually my favorite labor.
It's cool.
That's interesting. I'm like, which one was it? Oh, we get to talk about her today.
Yeah,
The one we just read.
I know.
it's okay. It's her Saturn. It's messing with her.
Missed that whole conversation trying to get my stupid camera to work.
I'm
You'll
sorry.
have to
And don't
read
talk
it.
shit
It's
about
just like,
Saturn. Saturn is the
No,
ruler.
we're not talking shit. It's
We're
just
not.
affecting Anna a lot right now.
we're not. I'm currently in my Saturn return, which is weird because it's supposed to be 29 and a half. But when I sent it my birth chart, it's happening right now. And it is exactly what I'm going through right now.
I mean,
So one, I've concluded I'm younger than the earth thinks I am. Or someone lied to me.
a man made the calendar. So, and they
Well,
had
I'm
to
just
account for a
accepting
leap year,
that
which means their
I-
math was wrong to begin with. So,
The chin hairs are lying. I'm not 30 yet.
They're
But
trying to
anyways.
make you, they're tricking you.
They're trying to
Chin hair.
Satan.
They put them
Anywho, I guess let's get into the segments.
That's me. Sorry. I'm going to say it backwards. I can't
The
say
shelf shake.
shelf shakedown. In my head, I kept trying to say shake shelf down and I couldn't reverse it. Anyways, Christy, would you like to give us a rapid recap of
Yes.
last week?
Yes, I will. Okay, so rapid recap. Hades wants Lyra to be his, so he says this to her, and then he just goes MIA. Boone and Lyra compete in Hephaestus's labor. They have to face automatons through a tower. Boone gets stabbed off the tower, and he dies in front of Lyra. Lyra finishes the task, but she almost dies. Hades ends up saving her with his blood and water from the River Styx. She misses 3 labors during this, and when she wakes up, Hades presents her with an option like to save Boone. She needs to make him king, so she needs to win all of the next 3 labors or come up with something to get her there, and tries to get the others on board. And then we end up in the start of a spicy pool scene.
Chef kissed. Great recap.
Thank you. That's what happens when you put some effort into it.
Although there is
You do it.
one thing that is
You do it.
important to remember is that during the blood sharing, she could feel his feelings, which plays into
Yes,
the
true.
next part of this first chapter.
Right. It comes.
I was very surprised
little
that that was
weird.
still going on. I thought it was done, but
Same. I'm like, is this now forever or is this temporary?
all I could think about is like, imagine, ladies, if you're just like in the throes of it with your man and like you're feeling his feelings.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. Like,
0 out of 10. Do not recommend.
maybe when
Mm.
you first start dating,
Okay.
it's nice to know like how they're really feeling in general.
Well, usually they can't figure us out. It's not us trying to figure that out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So they
Um,
don't need to hear our thoughts. That would be the bad move. Perfect. Well, that was the rapid recap.
All right, Hannah, shake down the shelf.
All right. For sister takes,
What? There are too many shushes.
we have 3 sections. Okay, guys.
And they're all
Sister
tongue
Shelf
twisters, and
Venture.
I'm dyslexic.
Shelf Shakedown. Sister Takes. Bookends.
All right, sister takes. So, yeah, we stopped last week with Lyra getting into the pool naked, waiting for Hades. Hades shows up and is like, what does he say? He says, I need you to know what this can't be and what it can't.
He growled it, actually.
He growled it,
He's a
yeah.
growl.
I was just about to say, it says he growled.
He growled it.
He growled.
Yeah.
It's different. I don't know. I've never been approached by super tall, godly man to even know what I would do in this situation, honestly.
Well, to be fair, I
Okay.
avoid super tall, godly men. I like the short
Yes,
kings.
let's get into it. So, yeah, the first couple of chapters are just all the gory details of the saucy saucy scene. Couple of notes that I took.
Don't listen on Audible.
Hades scared to hurt her with all his power. He sits her on this ledge and leans her back, and he's like, I knew it, danger makes you excited.
Because she's like, it's like a big drop on the other side of
Yeah.
that. I like that she tells him, like, about the choices. They're talking about the choices. And she said, I need to know that the only reason you're here right now is because you want me. That I mean
Mhm.
enough to you to make, you need this, even when there are so many reasons we shouldn't. You want me. This is what's happening. Don't try to hide from it. I like that.
But then at the same time, they're like, no strings attached.
Yeah. This can't be anything.
Which is such an oxymoron. Like, I don't
Well, of course.
See what we can talk about here without getting too embarrassed. Oh, this is I like this. I want you the way my stars. Sorry, I want you the way stars burn. That's a nice.
Oh, yeah, that
sentiment.
was.
I want you in the way a storm gathers over mountains, only to give in to violence. Some nice.
It's always nice when they
metaphor.
put a little violence in it. Which he says that before she says, I want you to fucking break me. Doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like, I think she took it one step too far. Don't break me. You can't come back from that.
It's silk covered iron. We got that part.
Why is it always described that way? I feel like I'm not paying enough attention in real life
I
aspects.
can't answer that question. Why it's always that way. Anyways,
But
yeah.
I do want to
But,
say
okay, go ahead.
the one part about her being like, I want you to fucking break me is more foreshadowing than it is funny after you get into the next 2 chapters.
Yeah. And after he mentions that danger sets her alive, her internal monologue is because you see me, or internal dialogue.
Yeah.
Because you see me. She's like,
You know me.
feel how much she doesn't want to follow what she said, that this is not just something that's
Yeah.
going to happen. This is not something that's just skin deep.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's convinced that he feels that way too, even if nothing can come of it.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And then hold on to me, my star, and don't let go. She's in for the ride of her life.
Yeah.
And then some.
Yeah. Can you
Yeah.
imagine being virgin and this being your first?
Oh, I'm glad you said that because I was making my spaghetti as this was all going down. And I was like, man, could you imagine losing your virginity to the God of the dead?
I would be terrified.
Oh my God, I
But
would
that's-
so be in for that. But could you
that's
imagine?
All how you know this is a book.
Yeah. Yeah.
mean,
She
She's
is
like,
kind of old,
this
though.
is
She
the
doesn't
best
like
thing
a
ever.
teenager.
I think
Maybe
she's
it
like
would've been different.
22.
Yeah, so at least she's not like a teenager.
Yeah.
That makes
No,
it
if she were a teenager, I'd be
I
really
guess that's
creeped
true.
out.
That's true. Still, that's
Yeah.
chapter 9 now. Should
And
be 69.
as he's like, I don't know into her, I'm just imagining the blue flame hair that he doesn't even have in this book, but I still imagine him that way.
He's gonna catch her pubes on fire.
No, he didn't do
Sorry, her
that
soft
in this
pubes.
segment.
Oh no, it's in the next one. That's why I'm jumped. I jumped.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I don't know. Anything else we need to add for any of that before we go into part 7?
Oh wait, see, yeah, actually Hannah's trying to do the grouping rather than the chapters, so we're still in the dirty. I didn't jump really.
Yeah, you didn't jump.
I just have nothing to add.
I'm trying to make it awkward. Let's see.
Sex doesn't
Well,
make me
I'm
feel
for our
awkward.
listeners, what more context do they really need?
I mean, the most important
Let's see
thing
what
is
kind of quotes I can
that
pull
they
from
know
this.
not to listen to this on an Audible without headphones. On that part, at least.
I like that he zapped them to the bed.
Yeah.
He's like, this is just not in the water with holding her up.
Yeah,
I
could
can't
you
do enough.
imagine what it would have felt like the next day. Like, nah, water sex is a no, ladies.
No.
Do it.
See,
But so when she wakes up, oh, I should wait. That's segment 7 or part 7. When she wakes up
all
the
the
next
end.
morning.
I'll read the last sentence. I'm his. My heart claims him back as we cling to each other, even if he can't go beyond tonight. So
That
it does
is,
end very sweetly.
Yeah.
it does. It ends. That's where you understand the true, like, nature of her level of naivety. Like,
How about his smoke tendrils?
yeah, that was cool. See, that's why I'm talking about.
It's like he's touching her everywhere because he got him and smoke tendrils just
Mhm.
caressing. Yeah, I think we could give it a 7.
I'm here for all the weird. That's what I bring to this trio.
Moving on.
And it's like,
Part
okay, guys.
7, my only hope. So Lyra obviously wakes up alone after this. She starts spiraling a bit, going through her
The
head like he didn't
benefit
leave a
of
note, he
doubt.
didn't say bye, he didn't
Maybe
do
he's
any of
making
these
me breakfast.
things, and just left. What were you saying?
I said her benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's down there making me breakfast. Probably
I
not,
like
babe.
I like a lot of the metaphors used in this session. Like it starts out to say that slipping into a blissful sleep wrapped in your lover's arms on a mountainside, only to wake up alone in your own cold bed, is disorienting would be an understatement.
I
I don't
feel
even know if it's
like
a metaphor, but I like the
the
turn of phrase.
imagery in everything that she did on this last part of the book was much better than the first part of the book. It's like she kind of got her drift and really got into her niche toward the end of the book when she was writing.
And that leads right into like what my secret heart wants for last night to have meant something is a revelation that isn't a thunderbolt. It's soft like butterfly wings. So not only is it tying it back in butterflies, it's just a
Mhm.
really sweet metaphor that it's like she doesn't feel like this stab of pain or angst.
Yeah.
It's this a flutter. It's love. And she just doesn't know what it feels like.
So she goes down to breakfast. Charon and Cerberus are there, but no Hades. Charon starts saying something along the lines of not being excited that Lear's trying to win the Crucible. And in that moment, Hades shows up. And he's like, convince her not to do this. He's like, she can do what she wants. And she talks about he's just kind of looking through her and like the energy. And she can tell he's like completely different and closed off.
Yeah. And you get more of that like unfinished sentences, unfinished thoughts
Mhm.
where you think you're about to find out more, but it gets cut off. Like
Yeah.
between Charon and Hades. Why does he call him Phi? Phi?
I don't. Yeah, Fee.
It's part of his real name, like his true name. I can't remember what it is, but it.
I have to look that up. I'm
Stand by.
wondering that.
Yeah, that was back at that one scene in the Underworld.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
says it. I don't know if
just
he
never heard the whole
explained
name.
it.
Yeah, I think he just starts calling it. He calls him that. That's just like his pet name.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he seems so cold, but he's still saying things like, "She's my concern, not yours. F off." But she's not feeling that at all.
Hmm.
It's hard. That's it. Why is he being so weird? She's right. Like being. Can I say?
Yeah.
No, she's like, okay. As far as it's concerned, we had phenomenal, consensual, no strings attached sex, and that's all. Being a dick now is not required. He doesn't have to be. Like it's
No,
just
he's
that
going
is
out
just
of
a
his
jab
way.
and like completely trying to disconnect. It's
Yeah.
not necessary. You could just go back to normal and it would be fine.
Yeah, but I do think we're going to find out why later.
Yeah, I'm sure he's just trying to cut ties because that was too much.
I think it's
Emotionally too
more
much.
strategic than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. She's so confused though.
Yes, and rightfully so. He is being a dick. Whatever the final conclusion is, he could have done it a different way.
Yes, for sure. Agreed. Not the best approach.
It wasn't the right decision. I'm not standing by him.
He
Actually,
pulled a
Sadie,
straight
wait.
up, like, what do you call those? Like a gym bro move?
I don't know.
Wow, really?
No.
Like morning after, kind of like just
Yeah,
here's
the
a
hot
goodie bag.
muscly guy that you pick up at the bar, and then he makes it really weird. You guys have not lived life,
Never.
right?
So that pretty much kind of sums up the first altercation or interaction with Hades.
Yeah.
He takes her back to, well,
His
I don't
home
know
in
where they're.
Olympus.
Yeah. And then Reva's there. So
Yeah.
he kind of heads off to let them have their chat.
Yeah, and she's terrified of him. Lyra has
Yeah.
to like confirm, like he's not going to hurt you. And all he gives her is like a good luck in the next labor. Don't die, Lyra.
Yeah. But it's still like he's walking away and then almost like turns back, like, don't die, Lyra. Like he's fighting not to say
Yeah.
anything at all, but also is like, so again, it's this, there's something going on in his head that we don't know
He's a
what's
stinker.
going on. So yeah, Rima's at the house. Lyra's assuming this is to update on the proposal she gave everybody. But she's curious why that Rima is there by herself. So Rima explains it's a no because of her, that her blessing of Apollo is the gift of prophecy. And she's having one vision over and over, which is Hades as the king of the gods, and he's burning down the world in a tower of rage, and no one can stop him.
Yeah.
Intrigue. Because I'm like, okay, so then does Lyra die? And he's just like in a rage because she's dead. Because what else would put him in such a rage that nobody could control him?
Well, what's hard is like but she, that would mean she wouldn't die in the labors because he's king of gods. And I didn't like this part. The fact that Rima wasn't like forthright, it was just like, is a no. Yeah, correct. All of you, yeah, correct. Lyra had to drag it out of her.
Mm-hmm. It does. Yeah, I'm like thinking what this could mean.
And what it's nothing. Prophecies they change all the time.
Right. But if she's having the same one over and over,
Her brain's broken.
it's on you. I don't know what you're doing, Rima, but you're wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong.
I found it. I had to Google hard because every time I Googled the actual name Ophius or Ophius, I don't know which way you say it. I kept trying to change it to Orpheus, which is a different play in the Greek world, but
And then you have orifices, which is holes in your body.
yeah. So
Okay.
Ophius or Ophius is one of the ancient names for the Greek god Hades, the ruler of the underworld, being the blind god derived from the practice among the Messians, blinding certain agars at birth and dedicating them to him. I don't know.
Interesting.
So it's one of his names.
It's no. Now the name is no longer a mystery.
All right, moving on to Athena's labor. The next to last labor.
Yeah, I do.
This is my favorite.
Would you say, Ashley?
No, it's your favorite.
This is my favorite.
I don't know if there's a lag or
I think there is, and it's probably because I'm on the hotel Wi-Fi.
Not too bad.
I'm sure I can fix it in the edit. So yeah, Athena's labor, they're at the Roman Colosseum. Lyra's like wondering about the mortals because they're in the mortal world. It's all, there's like a big glass dome, and all immortals fill the stands. It's multiple levels of a maze that sit under them through the glass so you can see all the different levels, which Lyra's excited about because she's spent a lot of time in the tunnels as a thief.
In the dark, like feels very comfortable in this
right.
kind of situation. And means is a good one for her. I think it's funny she starts out this labor mentally like she's frustrated and nervous because she finds Athena really intimidating. And then her actions, I'm like, girl.
Ugh, yeah,
I
she's
actually
the
love
worst.
this part because, like, she was right. Okay, keep going. Let's get into why she was right. Let's talk about that.
Well, essentially, the way to win the labor, first champion out wins. You can't use your relics to skip ahead, but you can use them just as a
To
benefit or
survive.
help to get through. So then Trinica cries out, and they all look. They've placed all the dead, everyone that's died throughout the crucible so far on spikes. Their heads are on spikes. So that's Boone, most particularly.
Dave's grandma.
I know. Honestly, again, I'm like, this is why she's just a bitch.
Like,
and why I'm like, yeah, Lyra, you go, girl. If you're gonna die for screaming at this trash lady.
At least Jackie was able to say, because she can see through illusions.
Yeah.
She was able to tell her, like, it's not real. I know it's hard to see, but it's not. I feel like that would give you a little bit of peace of mind, but it's still sickening to see.
Right. So Lyra yells at Athena, "You're a monster." And the whole stadium is up in a war about it. Athena's trying to taunt Lyra with their conversation so she can reprimand her, which Lyra notes that's what she's doing. That's why Boone is up there. And she's assuming that Dex told her about the proposal to all the champions.
And he's being super weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the next like little section of Dex being weird. He's like saying kill her in an odd voice, and he's just the next chapter is called creepy as fuck, and I was about to say he's creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they make it very obvious he has been manipulated by some sort of magic or relic or
So, which is really confusing because he hasn't had this before. So, if it is something that Athena did to him as her person, how is that not breaking the rules?
Right?
well,
Like-
I'm assuming we're gonna find out she
I'm
broke
so
the
confused
rules.
about that.
But the Damons seem like they worship her, right? Like that isn't that her that's in this one?
Yeah, when right before,
They're like bowing down to her and
I think it was part of
Maybe-
the imagery that she was
Yeah.
putting on.
Yeah,
the
because
four
then
Damons positioned each corner of the platform, immediately dropped to one knee, heads bowed, fists over the chest. She said tells them to rise, and Lyra says, weren't they supposed to be neutral for the laborers?
Yeah.
Judges? So she's like, this doesn't seem right. Something's very off, even just from the start of this labor. And you're talking about the taunting Hannah. So she calls her the monster the one time. And I feel like this is very how this
I was
part's
hoping
presented,
you would read the
Yeah.
specifics. Yeah.
Athena merely smiles. War and knowledge are both hard won, hard fought, harsh realities that you mortals don't seem to be able to stomach. And yet they still exist, unavoidable, inescapable, and as necessary as breathing.
She's
Lyra
not
tells her it doesn't
wrong.
have to be that way. No. But Lyra tells her it doesn't have to be that way. She's already screwed herself. So she's like, why don't I just keep arguing? And she says, only monsters, fiends, the willfully ignorant, and demons make the world that way. And Athena's like, call me fucking monster. Call me monster one more time. Like Buddy the Elf. Call me an elf one more time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that, she's like, I like hearing Lyra, like reading Lyra when she has the self-awareness that she's doing the wrong thing. She's making the wrong choice for her self-preservation. But she's like, well, screw it. I'm going to do it anyways because
Yeah.
we're here already.
Exactly. Well, and it's like morally too.
Uh,
Like she wants to stand up for those things.
which helps you support her and like stay on her team for sure.
All right. Starting the labor. So
So we're to where
again-
like the bulls. Did you go through the bulls yet?
bulls.
Yeah, so she after Lyra doesn't like pick up the taunt and push her that third time, she walks over to where the spikes are. She picks up a large clear covered bowl filled with spiders, takes the lid off, holds it under Boone's head, catches the blood dripping down as if he was only just killed. And then after the blood's on the spiders, she dumps them in the maze. And she does the same thing with the rest of the heads with scorpions, bullet ants, and a nest of hornets.
Yeah.
Hannah's face. Yeah.
No.
She doesn't really explain it. It's just like, you have to get in there,
Yeah.
get out. But that grotesque head, it's just another taunt, like an evil taunt. You get
Mhm.
why they was calling her a monster.
Yeah.
Well, and
Like,
she does
unnecessary.
she prefaces that, everybody always refers to Ares as the bloodthirsty one.
Yeah, and like the god of war.
Yeah.
She does say that.
She's like, but nope, check this out.
Yeah.
And she did not let us down on that one.
Did you get to they have 60 minutes? I don't remember if we
Or
covered that
they
yet. Like the
Suffocate.
Yeah. They get like
parameters.
over.
Yeah,
They're gonna
this is a
be
do or
for
die.
them to either suffocate or get eaten by bugs if they don't make it out.
Yeah, which I think I'd rather just suffocate at that point.
I don't know. That's one of my like worst fears. That's
Well,
not
when-
how I want to go.
When you suffocate because of a lack of oxygen in a room, you basically just fall asleep. Like your brain slowly shuts down. It's not that quick unless it just like vacuums. So it's much more peaceful than being eaten alive by giant spiders and bullet ants and wasps.
And looks like it'd be accompanied with a debilitating panic attack. And so I would probably have a heart attack from
You
the
just
panic
die
attack.
faster.
Right, suffocating.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna have to get up and get my flag here for this episode in a
Okay,
second.
go ahead.
I told you this part of the
Alright,
book
so-
got way better.
Well, you're not talking about the book.
It is part of the book.
So they start the maze. They're all kind of dropped in. Lots of bugs. You can see them on all the levels above. So you're just constantly, if you're not directly with one, you're seeing one and hearing one. And Lyra starts in a dark area, which she walks into, and it's a ton of spiders, which doesn't phase her because of her thief training again. So she's just like sitting there covered in spiders, which grossed me out. She like keeps getting bitten, but she's confused because she's not threatening them, and these specific spiders are not supposed to be aggressive. So she's again
Same.
kind of feeling like this is pointed and intentional for her. So Lyra remembers about her tattoos and she releases them. The spider obviously comes in to play here, pops out, starts to communicating. I guess you could say Lyra says she could feel like the vibrations and can tell they're communicating.
And the clicking.
Yeah.
Like Harry Potter. Sorry.
So she comes back after talking to the other spiders and says she promised that Lyra would not hurt any of the other spiders in the game if they just leave her alone, and they all retreat.
That
So we-
spider has come in handy.
Yes, many times. So then the spider comes back. She's done her part, and now we're left with the fox and the panther helping kind of guide the way and protect from the other insects. So I think the next thing we see is a bullet ant, which shows up. The panther takes it out.
She specifically asks the fox and the panther to help her find a way out, which is
Yeah.
very nice to have two animals' instincts to pair like in a tunnel of glass with bugs everywhere.
And they're both hunters.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
best case scenario, honestly.
Like sneaky hunters.
So she's reached the second level. And she gets hit by a bullet ant. In that moment, Day shows up and gives her the pedal, which ties back to when we saw this in the fourth labor,
The dragon
obstacle
fire
course.
one.
Yeah,
Or
where
in the fifth
she
labor.
sees him put it in his mouth and it's foaming. And we had mentioned something that they didn't tell us at that moment what it was. So now they're telling us that he has, or she, I don't know.
They
Maybe.
stole it
But
from
it
Samuel.
was very just like brushed over before passed by.
Yeah.
Very kind of
So
him.
she chews it. She says it's not like healing, but she gets a lot of adrenaline from it. And Day says, this is for Boone because I wish I could have helped him, which was sweet, but also I was a little taken aback. I guess I don't remember any specifics with Day.
Was it just maybe that they both lost somebody in that labor?
Maybe,
I think
I
so.
guess, because I think they mentioned like maybe he had mentioned the whole star thing too.
Yeah.
So just kind of
I
like
bet
a
that they would
payment
give
of
you a
the-
constellation too. He called it the thief. We skipped over. You didn't talk about Trinica, right? She ran into her.
I did not about that.
Yeah, and so let's see.
She's underneath her and she's
Yeah.
asking to find a way out.
And she's asking her which way, and she's like, "I would not help you." And then she has something where she can like climb on the ceiling, which is really great because the scorpion's trying to get her. Stinger can't get up there. The spiders can't climb the walls, and the bullet ant can't climb the walls. So that's a really good advantage that maybe works out in her favor.
Yeah. I think also just another like moment showing Lyra's character because she's like, I don't know if it's that way. I think it's that way. And she's like, do you not know or you don't want to tell me? And
Right.
she's like, no, I wouldn't do that.
She's literally not done a single thing that's been deceptive to anybody.
Yeah, but again, in probably all of their shoes, you're,
I know you probably
advocating.
wouldn't trust anybody, especially as you're getting closer to the end here. But still,
Yeah, but then the stakes are quadrupled because they all just turned her down because of Rena's premonition.
And they now all know her plan and that she's really gunning for this.
Yeah.
So she's lost all advantage.
for sure. And then she helped Day. She gave him direction, like which way to go. And then I'll pace back so you don't have to be worried about me. See.
Then we move into more on decks.
Yeah.
More on
Lyra
decks
gets to the
as
top
in 3
level
words
and can tell
or
she's
2 words?
what? Say it again,
What?
Ashley.
Did you say more on Dex in 3 words or 2 words?
Not more on Dex. More on
Or
Dex.
either, I
Okay.
guess. Both.
But after
I
she
just had
starts
to
feeling
clarify.
better, she gets up to where she's like, I know I'm at the top level now. I can feel the rattling of the crowd. There's a lot going on. And she's running and there's somebody invisible. She hears the stomping of feet, right? But there are 2 people it could be. She can't see anybody. So
Right.
Diego and Dex.
Yeah.
I-
Then she deduces that it's Dex and she's looking for him. And she's still mentioning how he sounds weird. And then she notices that Micah wins the labor. The Lyra in her head is already spiraling. And then they hear a scream.
I'm like, are you guys really uncomfortable with how Dex is acting? Like the giggle? Like he's like a giggly little kid, like, you're gonna lose.
It's like demonic, like something.
It is like he's possessed or something.
Yeah.
He
Like
was
something.
definitely bewitched,
Exactly.
which is
Like
why I'm
he
like,
has
how is this
been-
not cheating?
Yeah.
For him to kill her after she won. Wait, what? Oh,
No,
that.
we
I'm
hadn't
sorry.
gotten there. Spoiler alert, Christy.
God,
No, I was talking about
I just literally
Henry,
read that. Anywho.
but I mean,
Yeah. So
that
they
was
hear a
gonna be the next
scream.
sentence anyway, so it's not that much of a spoiler.
Right. Micah's being lifted by the throat by Dex. They all start running. Tranika, Zai, Lyra to attack Dex. Dex and Lyra are like scrambling for a little bit, and then Dex gets free, gets hold of Micah again, and immediately just breaks her neck, which then makes Dex the winner. And now the crowd is booing, which is a positive at least. Dex looks confused in that moment, but then he locks eyes with Lyra, and it's like he steps back into this possession and starts attacking her like he was with Micah and grabs her by the neck. Like he's possessed. Nothing can stop him.
Right, like she sinks her axe in his shoulder and he doesn't flinch.
Yeah, he just like
Yeah.
throws it, pulls it out, and throws it away, and keeps
Yeah.
coming at her.
Doesn't even
Yeah.
slow him down.
And then Zai's holding a sword, and it's like Dex runs into it, which
Well, Tranika
kills
pushed
him.
him. Like she jumps on them, trying to get him to loosen his hold, and then Dex is shoved into Zai's knife or
Yeah.
sword, whatever. I feel
hear
like that's
this
important.
light of it as
I
it
don't know why
enters his
yet.
body.
Yeah.
He died quickly too. And it's just
Yeah.
making them all sick. Day of all people seems the most, I'm not Day, Zai of all people seems like the most just like academic, gentle human in this game. Can you imagine that? Like your sword being the sword that killed somebody, you didn't even do it
Yeah.
intentionally, but you took a life.
Yeah,
Well,
he definitely
remember-
starts spiraling.
When
For
he
sure.
was super heartbroken over the first lady that died, like he felt so responsible. Yeah.
Because he was there, he couldn't help her enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But this is so direct. You know, the turmoil he went through with that.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, on
So yeah, Zai starts spiraling, and Lyra turns and yells at Athena, "What did you do to him?" And the guards perk up at this, and then Charon immediately shows up to take Lyra away.
and
Hold
she
up.
chooses to say,
You missed the
Very-
most important quote.
yeah, can I read it?
Yes.
Okay. She jumps up and points at Dex. What'd you do? Drug him? Curse him to be more aggressive today? I scream at her. Well, he's dead now, and that is effing karma, you monster. You won't be queen of the gods now, will you? That was the third monster. That was like the icing on the cake. It was one too many monster calls. And so she fell into that trap.
Like Lyra spit on the gauntlet. Like she didn't even throw it down. Bitch spit on it.
And the daemons are obviously like trying to get her when Chiron appears. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to get you and take you when you're done.
Mm-hmm.
And he poofs and poofs out.
No, I'm not seeing how it wasn't immediate right there that there was tampering and that they didn't do something in the moment.
Well, and because like the crowd has to have seen this as well. Like they also weren't
so
fans of Dex killing Micah to begin with. So
There's too much for it to be coincidence.
mm-hmm. Anything else before we move on?
I think so.
So now we're in chapter 95, Cool It. They're back at Hades' Olympus home. Lyra's fighting against, Charon's holding her, and she's just fighting against all the rage she feels about the labor that just happened and obviously all the murders at the end. She confronts Charon that Hades sent him instead of coming himself and tells Charon that they slept together last night.
And then he couldn't
uh,
even be bothered to watch her fight for her life.
Yeah.
And he won't even give her details. He couldn't come right at the moment. He got called away. I don't know. He wouldn't tell me who. Sorry.
Well, and I don't remember if it's from her inner monologue or his, but she's like, I wonder if he's pushing Charon away.
It's
as
her
well.
inner monologue. Yeah, she brought that up to herself too. Like, oh, maybe it's not just me. And maybe he's pushing me away even more to make me hate him for whatever reason.
Yeah, and this just makes her spiral even more. Like,
Yeah.
thinking about every single thing that she's done that put her in this situation up to the rejection and just question everything.
But this is also the precipice of when hell freezes over in her soul, which is always my favorite part of every book, is when that main character finally reaches that point and it's like ice.
Yeah. There.
Yeah.
Screw it moment.
Yeah.
See, Hannah, look at what I did. That's not what I wanted to say.
Same.
Yeah, so she's pissed and she just stomps off. She starts walking down this random path that leads her to Hera's observatory. And Cerberus shows up to check on her, and then Charon pops in right behind her and is like, Hades wouldn't have slept with you if he felt nothing.
Heard
So
that before too.
Charon reaches out to comfort Lyra, and Cerberus steps in protecting her, and he's like, "Oh, now I see what Hades is saying about your trust or your protection
The
of her."
switching of loyalties.
Wow.
Yeah, which I loved.
Me too. I love Cerberus. The monologue reminds me of the dragons in Fourth Wing, like more like in Darna. The like childish kind of conversation and like thought process, effectiveness. I like it.
I agree.
And then Charon brings up that what's she saying? That Hades is different with her. He actually smiles around her, and that he doesn't smile. That's not something he does. Like never genuinely relaxed and happy. And she doesn't believe it. She's like, I'm a toy.
She
It's not
shouldn't.
real. But okay. Then we get dropped a bomb. You want to do the bomb, Hannah?
Do it.
Yeah. Well, and he says he just needs time to figure out how he feels or something like that. And then he says if he could have gotten Persephone out, it would have been different. And then is when Charon realizes that Hades did not tell her everything and that she did not understand what he meant by that.
Is a very crucial point in life of truly understanding that when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me, because she never said that she knew everything.
What are you talking about?
Because she assumed that Hades told her everything when Charon asked about it a way long time ago, and then Charon just assumed that meant that she knew that Persephone is alive, not dead.
I like her, like, pretend he didn't tell me
Yeah.
everything. He's like, go that route.
Yeah.
And
And then
then
Cerberus again
Cerberus,
stepping
yeah.
in. Yeah.
Just tell her it's fine. You should do it. It's fine. And of course, like, go ahead, Hannah. I'll let you do that.
He says she's not dead. She got locked in Tartarus. And then, like, I don't know if they all turn around, but Hades is just at the top of the path there staring at them, as always.
The most opportune moment. Cerberus growls at him. He's like, dude, don't mess with our girl. What are you doing?
Yeah. And Lyra's realizing, none of the other gods know this, and Hades must need something from becoming the winner to free her. So she's starting to kind of give him the benefit of the doubt a little bit now knowing this news.
Lame.
She's still just like processing it though. Like, she didn't even get time to process the fact that Persephone's still alive. This kind of gets brushed over because Zeles says to Hades, you agreed. Zealous. He says you
she
agreed.
pronounced it
to get cut off.
Zales or something like that.
She pronounced it as Zealous
Zealous.
because I thought they were saying Z-list. And I was very confused. Yeah, so Hades is like attacking the demons. They're like, "Yo, you can't do that." And
He acts
Lear
exactly
takes
like Lyra was just acting. Like, wouldn't listen at all, like completely irrational, losing it.
yeah.
Wouldn't listen.
And Lyra's like, no one else is gonna die because of me. So she stops the fight.
And I will hate you forever. And that's when he like really
So they're kind of explaining like we're not gonna hurt her. Athena requested her death, but we've compromised. We're just gonna take her to the prison.
And it's in her
She's
best
gonna-
interest, honestly.
Yeah. Stay here where Athena can't get to her until the next challenge. She'll remain locked up, not hurt, but Hades will not have access to her either. So he lets her go and they take her away. Then they're at the prison and it's Lyra's like, yeah, safest place for me with Athena on the loose, but plus she just needs space from Hades. And I don't
It's like a
know
little
if
vacation.
you want to read part like it's like a nice setup. She's like, this is kind of awesome. If this is what you're calling your prison,
Sure.
she's got like a computer.
The prison is,
Yeah.
of all things, pristinely clean and fancy with white marbled walls, well lit, a desk computer, bed with a fluffy pillow are included, along with a private bathroom inside opaque glass walls. The outer walls of the cell are clear glass instead of bars. More glass walls to deal with. At least these are bug free and with holes across the top so I can breathe. How thoughtful of them. And he's like, whatever he said. He says, you're taking this really well. This is the
Yeah.
most protected I've been since I was 3 years old.
Yeah. That
It's
was
kinda
really sad.
Yeah.
But it really is like she's not being tortured. She has a place to sleep. It's comfy. She gets to go take a bath by herself with nobody bothering her.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds kind of nice.
Honestly, if
And
that's
like
what prison
perfect
was
timing
like,
with
I'd
the
commit a
Hades
felony.
situation so that she doesn't have to even see or worry about where he's at, what she's doing, so she fully gets a break.
Yeah.
That's
What
what
were
I'm
you
talking
saying?
about.
Ashley? Same thing.
I
the
said
break.
if that's what prison was like, I would commit a felony like yesterday.
You don't have to pay any bills.
Like, can my dog be my visitor?
So the Damons are kind of taking turns babysitting. She's playing cards with Zealous. Cerberus and Charon have visited. So she's allowed to have one visitor each day. And now Zai shows up to visit.
Is the other Damon Nike? Is it Nike?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, does
she's
she-
like trying to get some like feedback, get like joke with her or him. I don't know. With that
Maybe it's a
Damon,
girl.
it doesn't nothing.
Yeah, Nike is a girl.
I felt that way, but I wasn't sure. But she's like, at least I didn't get an orange jumpsuit. I'm like jaundice, and she's not.
Yeah.
She's finding out pretty quickly she's not gonna have really any friends in there, but she does
Mm-hmm.
have. She has access to the internet, to news, gets to read about what's going on, how the mortal world is perceiving everything. And Nike asks her if she's going to be sick. She doesn't want to deal with a mess. She ends up watching like K-drama. She gets to take her mind off of things. So she lingers on the thought that maybe she could just run away, use the pearls, and try to hide from the gods forever and not deal with it anymore.
So Zai's there. He's feeling guilty about killing Dex and thinks that he should be in prison and not her. Which Lyra tells him that's not why she's there, but because she offended Athena. She says specifically, like, I said a bad word in a little girl's throwing a tantrum or something along those lines.
I enjoyed that.
And then Zealous is like, are you kidding me? Like, could you please, like, you're asking her to murder you.
Yeah, you're asking to die.
And they're talking. They mentioned, Zai's dad giving him praise for killing Dex and like awesome form and some
Yeah.
stupid bullshit. Zai says he'll try to win, and Hermes has agreed to make Boone a god, which he says, Hermes actually approached Zai about, which was interesting. Which Boone was the patron god, or Hermes is the patron god of thieves, which Boone was a part of, but it's
Like high up in the
curious.
order of thieves.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious to know, or if I'm sure maybe they'll
I feel like there's something else at play
tell
there.
us. Yeah, something now. Like I think like the news is spreading, and maybe everyone's starting to build their own agenda with the
Mhm.
idea of Lyra's proposal.
Yeah.
And the end of that conversation is that Lyra asks Zai for a favor.
And that he's not going to like it. That's it.
So, yep, chapter 100. There can only be one. The next labor is approaching because her gear shows up. And then she gets another visitor, Aphrodite, a fun one.
I love
so
this
that-
interaction.
No, me too. I remember this even from the first one.
Mhm.
So the first time I read it, loving this interaction. Again, because last time we met with Aphrodite, we loved her then as well. So we get a little bit more from her and to get to see that side. So Aphrodite shows up. She, has her Aphrodite demeanor and facade on, starts making, innuendos, purposely making Zealous uncomfy, and like trying to hint at Lyra, like, hey, take me up on my offer to blow your
I think after they
mind.
give you a mental orgasm just to lighten up your dreary day.
Yeah.
He's like, no,
Yeah.
please don't.
So Lyra finally takes the hint and like verbally accepts this, and Zealous like, okay, I'm gonna give you guys your privacy, and leaves them alone.
Yeah. Well, I
Which-
guess it would hurt.
We know it works because we did the same thing to Chase before this
Oh, yeah, we
recording
started talking
started.
about that lady
Literally
chaps.
the exact same thing. Told
I
him
wish I
to
would've
read
had that on
about
recording.
this silken rod in her hand, and he said, "Nope, I gotta go." Like, and
Yeah, we didn't even
pissed
have to be
out
rude to
so
him.
fast.
That's what we're for.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Who knew they were such
Um,
prudes?
So Aphrodite says that she's here in place of Demeter, or
Demeter.
Demeter, which then we're assuming that's what she asked Di to do. And Aphrodite says her response was, "No pet of Hades is worth my time."
In true Demeter
So
fashion.
Lyra, right. So Lyra opens up to Aphrodite about Persephone being alive, and she's asking, is it possible for the king of gods to open Tartarus?
Yeah. It's very convincing that she had no idea about it. Because she's like argumentative about it. That's not true. Like, okay, we were at
Aphrodite.
I was saying that right when Hannah died, that Aphrodite takes Hades' side. Say it again.
I said she's still with us. She said
Well,
after Hannah
yes.
died. She's still with us.
That she takes her side, saying like it's good that he didn't tell Demeter because she would have like started the whole war all over again. She would have literally raised hell because it takes all of the gods to open Tartarus. Even if you are the king of gods, like he can't do it alone. It still requires all of them, and even for
that
Persephone.
Risk of those in there getting out. Like the ones that would be very bad if they got out.
Yeah. And it was like, she made it seem like of all the people they would do it for, it would be Persephone. But even then, the numbers aren't going to be there. You're not going to get every single god to sign off on it because of the risk to it. So it's better that Demeter doesn't know.
Yeah. And Lyra doesn't
And I'm saying-
explain her thought process there with Diego being Demeter champion. She's likely to win.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right when I died is when she was asking, is it possible for for the king of the gods to open Tartarus? And that's when Aphrodite's explaining.
Yeah.
It has to be all 7.
Yeah.
So she was saying, she wanted to tell Demeter because Diego is her champion, which he's next in line to win, obviously. And she was hoping that she'd be able to find a way that Demeter would also still make Boone a god.
And also that she would help get Persephone.
Yeah. And she does say, like, regardless, like, that's her daughter. Like, that is her child. She deserves to know that she is still, like, on some realm of existence, which she's not wrong. Could you imagine?
Yeah. Well, and before all of that as well, Aphrodite is also offering, she said, I would make Boone a god too if I was close to winning.
But she's out now. No, wait, Athena. Who's Aphrodite's?
But that's when she said specifically, but not Persephone.
Day.
Yeah.
And I will not tell Demeter. So that's when that conversation starts.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I'm honored you told me when Hades didn't want anyone else to know, and that, you trusted me with this.
And she tells her that you're one of the
She
good
took a
ones.
big leap of faith. Yeah, because Katie's already like everybody always like he trusts nobody. Like loyalty is everything to him.
Mm-hmm.
We get a little
Um,
comedic relief in there. And Aphrodite leaves and tells Lyra to moan. She's like, excuse me,
He
you're
has a
supposed to be having mental
reputation.
orgasm. I'm like, yeah, I have a
mm-hmm.
reputation. And she says, oh God. And she goes, Goddess, excuse me. Don't
Yeah.
forget who
Like,
you're
excuse
talking
you.
to here. So funny. And she's
She's
worried,
also
like,
spiraling about 80s and that it just is not adding up. It doesn't make sense. If he was trying to manipulate me, like he would have been using my feelings this whole time, and he's not doing that. And she's starting to piece together he's intentionally trying to make her hate him.
and like, she thinks back on him saying that he wants to tell her the rest, and he thinks that she'll think it's a good reason. But
Mm-hmm.
not good enough for what she's going to have to pay. So that gives you this like, okay, he is pushing her away to protect her. There's
Mm-hmm.
something more going on here.
Maybe.
Last chapter of this section is Nike comes in, takes her out of the prison because the next labor is about to start. She flies off and Hades appears. And the first thing he says is, they treated you well. And Lear's mad that that's all that he has to say. Um, and she's like, I'm surprised that you're here. And he's like, I have to escort you to your last labor. And they didn't think really anybody could do it against Athena. So then she tells him that she tried to tell Demeter, but she told Aphrodite instead.
Yeah. He's like, you what?
Yeah.
That's what Aphrodite said. You
Um,
told her?
Yeah. It's like the blue flame is really high right now. Yeah.
What? But don't worry, Aphrodite's going to not tell anybody because Demeter would go crazy and start a war. It's fine.
Yeah.
And then he calls her my star, which she freaks out on him about. She's like, don't call me that.
Fair.
He says, every person I've ever trusted has betrayed me.
Yeah.
She's like, you could have trusted me. But she just
Yeah.
should prove that she kind of has a big mouth with good intentions.
Honestly,
I mean, when she's
I was
like, you could
thinking
have
the
trusted
same.
me, I was like, clearly not. Like, clearly.
Yeah.
I got this juicy secret. I must tell everyone immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like she deserves to know. It's like, no, he deserves for you to keep his secret.
Mm-hmm.
That's the point. That's why it's a secret.
Then the chapter ends, Lyra's questioning, if he was really even ever going to make Boone a god or if it was just a lie. And his last, statement is, finish the next labor and go home and forget about everything here.
And she's like, that's my answer. And she's not wrong. That is the only way to read that. Like,
Yeah.
no, it was all a lie.
Again, just the stark difference of emotion. It's like something's going on here.
He's
Like,
not
he's
emoting.
pushing her.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's being a typical man and running away from his feelings.
I mean, but she kind of just proved all of his insecurities. Like, he says from the very, very beginning, his number one thing is loyalty. And, like, she's always just going around doing what she wants against, like, his wishes.
I still don't, I
Telling
wouldn't say that that's like
secrets,
against
like-
loyalty though.
He
But that
had reason
also
to be
is fine.
weary, too.
Yeah, but it's like she has a good reason. Just
And
like
for the
he's
record,
doing
I'm not
this
on his
to
side.
her.
Like,
I know. I'm just saying, like, she's still very loyal to him, but it just goes back to her being like, she deserves to know that her daughter's not dead.
Yeah. She's trying to do the right thing as always. Okay. I'm good for our next section, our final section of the night.
I don't segment it.
dum,
Take
dum,
it away, Ashley.
the bookends. I was like, it's been a long
You
day,
can go
guys.
first.
So this is definitely my favorite part of the book so far. Like, I love the antagonistic banter. Like, I live for that. The repetitive and the sweetness and the all of that, that's not fun for me. Like, I love when somebody is just pissy the whole time. Like, I'm here for it. Like, she's not giving an inch. She is a brick frickin' wall against a hurricane. And she's like, I don't care. Like, there's no convincing me. Like, this is who I am, and I'm not going to let you try and, put me in rose-colored glasses anymore. Like, It's very black and white, and I'm here for that. The least favorite part, I am kind of let down that Hades is kind of living up to the typical human male stereotype that we all kind of think about when we're like, "Oh, no, guys will always be like this. Guys will always be like that." And it's like the good guys, quote unquote, are the ones that go against the pale, but kind of sucks. And Charon has become my male lead character in this, or
He's shipping
Cerberus. They're kind
Charon
of
now.
tied for number one. Yeah.
I don't think we can ship Lyra and Cerberus. That'd be weird. Bestiality.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't going that way. I'm just saying my favorite male character, you weirdo.
No, I'm tired. Who knows? Just ignore anything that comes out right now.
Jesus, help her.
You want to go next, Hannah, or you want me to go?
Yeah, sure. I guess my favorite part, I like her pushing back on Athena and calling her out. Even though she gets in trouble for it or whatever, I think, again, kind of like tying back into last week's, where she's just getting the confidence, and not that she didn't have that side of her this whole time, but yeah, we're just seeing it more, and like nobody else is saying anything, and Athena's obviously so terrible. So it's nice that somebody's voicing it, and it's even better that it's Lyra.
Yeah.
Worst, I mean, obviously the way Hades is acting, but I also am just like something else is underlying here. So maybe I would say also Athena. Also Athena. She's the worst, and like the stakes on the head and like making that like the blood drip down and all of that, like going that extra mile that really just isn't necessary. And then obviously some type of bewitching, like she clearly has it out for Lyra because it's a power trip, obviously, because she's calling her out and she's like, "Who do you think you are?" So yeah.
So I just want to say, you have had the same least favorite since the beginning of this book, and it took the character dying for you to come up with a new least favorite part of the book.
Dex.
Me?
Yeah.
Because Dex has been your least favorite part pretty much all the time, right? You're
Yeah.
like,
Has
man, Dex.
Literally Deck.
No, the first one was Chance.
That's true. It did go from Chance to Dex. True.
And we'll have to replay because I think you're confusing me with Christy, because I think Christy had a couple of Dexes.
No, literally the
Maybe.
last like
Yeah, no, I
two
at
or
least had
three
one.
episodes, it was literally hate Dex. Like I just want him to die.
Well,
Your wish came true.
it's true.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to start with my
I am powerful.
I'm going to start with my low end bookend. And it is the fact that, you know, Hades presented this idea that you make your own family. And Lyra's done that. And she feels that. And he crushes her soul in how he's acting.
Yeah.
The family that she feels like he gave her, and even if it was just friends, it's gone. So
Yeah.
that is the worst part of it for me. And her
Yeah, and I
interaction
think
with
she
Aphrodite.
says,
Oh, go ahead.
no, just going to add, I think she says something like that, how alone she feels
Right.
after
She's never
like
had anybody,
during
and
all
she
of
finally
this.
does. She
Yeah.
finally has somebody, and he just rips it. He doesn't, and it's not even like the fact that they got sexual, and then he took that away. It's just that they're, she was his only friend, and wow, I just malfunctioned. She considers him a
Man,
friend,
I was like, is
like
that
their
her
only
or the
friend.
wife?
It was me. It was me for sure. And then my favorite, my upper bookend for this section was Aphrodite. The whole like fake the orgasm, let's make the guy uncomfortable. Don't forget to yell my name on your way out. Comedic relief we needed at that part of the story.
No, yeah, that was fun.
So I know we don't
Perfect.
always do predictions, but when Hannah was speaking, my ADHD went way down the rabbit trail on part of it, and I just came up with a thought. So you
Go
know
for
how Rena says that she can't control what she sees, like she can't control the predictions that she gets, but all she can see is Hades like tearing up the world and nobody can stop him. Who says that he's actually the king of gods when that happens? Like if she keeps seeing it,
She does
over and
say,
over.
though, I see the vision of Hades as king of gods and he is burning the world down, but maybe she's misinterpreting it.
I'm just
We shall
saying.
see in the final section.
Yeah, the last like 60 pages, like he may want to burn this place down.
We shall see.
Intrigued.
Although too
I
little, too late. The last 60 pages, like, man, you had 300 pages to make your move, dude.
well, I really like have high hopes for book 2. I feel like book 1 was really just setting up book 2.
Yeah.
I do.
And it was one of the things where you didn't realize you were just being set up for a second book the whole time until
Yeah.
it ends.
Mhm.
Like, well, that was.
And honestly, not even then. It's been us like diving into this for me to be like, wow, we really didn't get very far. Like, there's
Yeah.
a lot of things that are not closed. Like, a lot of things we've grabbed out of here that, because we've read it, I know do not close. So, yeah, I'm interested to see and like tie the hopefully second book back in.
Can't wait.
But yeah. So next week is final episode, probably, unless we decide to do. I don't know that we will need a full episode on kind of our final opinions of the book as a whole. I think we'll just do that at the end of next week's episode, so it'll be
Yeah,
maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah. Sounds fair.
Awesome. So, yeah, chapter 102 through the end, part 8 is what we'll be covering next week. And we'll wrap up our final thoughts of the book. And we'll have a couple of weeks before the release of book number 2.
Yeah, and we'll get a full book podcast under our belts. All of the different things
Yes.
that have happened.
Yeah. But so helpful. Yeah.
Yeah.
The second book will be really exciting too, because we haven't actually read it yet.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Well,
Interesting.
come back next week for final thoughts on the games gods play.
Love you,
And We'll
sisters.
see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.